Mic test. There we go. We got hot mics. What's going on? Happy Monday. It's time for some no noise. I hope y'all had a awesome weekend. Happy Monday. Happy start of the week. Welcome. This is No Noise. I am Z Rex. It is the 25th of September, 2023, about noon o'clock. Actually, it's closer to 1, but whatever. It is what it is. Oh man, crazy. It's already October. Then it's going to be Halloween, Turkey Day, Christmas, boom, 2024, election year. Yay. I don't give a shit about any of that. Anyway, again, hope you had an awesome weekend. Let's just jump right into it. Some price action. Let's take a little scroll down watch list lane, see what we see. A little bouncing off a rut. Ooh, TNX is still breaking out. Interesting. Wow, we are up 2%. Look at this thing. Ooh, we are breaking out. When was the last time we were this high? Like back in 08 probably? Yeah, 09. Yeah, about that time. Interesting, man. We'll go talk about that here in a second. Silver taking it on the chin a little bit, which isn't surprising considering what TNX is doing. Other than that, I don't see any big outliers. Anything too crazy. Kind of a boring day, really, it looks like. All right, let's start with the Mama Bear. Oh, actually, this is not Mama Bear. Whoops. Wrong click. There we go. All right, what is Mama Bear doing? Not really much over the weekend. A little bit of selling yesterday, but nothing too crazy. $300. We don't really care about that. Bounced off of all this consolidation so far, so that's decent. Let's zoom in. Let's go crack time frames. Yeah, we're bouncing off of that 26,000 level. Very important level, as you already know. It's about 26 and 28 Ks. It's kind of the range right now. And it's fairly neutral here, like maybe ever so slightly bullish just because we're above 24,000 and still making okay structure. But we are kind of in a mostly neutral setting between those two prices, that 26 and 28,000. Not really much new news for the dailies. Let's go to the weeklies. Yeah, weekly spot didn't really do anything. I mean, I guess if we want to bring out the doom and gloom hat, not really doom and gloom. It's just what it is. This is Shooting Star weekly here, so that's a little bit concerning for the Bulls, but we're not like below the 26K level, but it's just a little poquito concerning. The daily is okay here, bouncing off these levels, but man, we have no momentum. I mean, look at this. We're like right smack, pretty much 50, upper 40s, and then we're right in the middle too on DMI. I mean, there is no Momo right now. Very boring. Very boring. There will be someday, and it's going to be a lot. You'll already know. And Ethereum is showing us that right now in the weekly. But so nothing really different. 26, 28. Let's see where we are at Fibs. This looks like a 618. Yeah, about a 618. So right equal with all this. Man, so we're just super squeezed, super tight. There's nothing different about last stream. So that makes it easy for me and all of us, really. We don't have to do anything extra special. A little bit bearish on the 458 for sure. But again, it's ping pong mode for the most part. 26, 28, whatever. You're going to see the same thing on spot price. How about GBTCs? GBTCs is attempting to break this trend line again. Whew. Very sloppy pattern right here. Really nasty. You can see this tweezer top that we mentioned when it happened, I don't know, many moons ago. That has been providing lots of resistance, even for GBTCZs. Oh man, just barely holding on. Super sideways as hell. The GBDC still has the best looking posture of all the crypto or all the Bitcoin tradables. But you know, doesn't really matter as long as Mama Bear is just sideways. This looks like it will be sideways. And just like Mama Bear's 26 to 28,000, this is about 17 half to about 20 flat. So until we're out of that, it's just kind of boring as shit. Ethereum Unicorn Man is barely holding on to this horizontal in the upper 15s. If we jump out to the weekly, because I do want to mention this, this is why there is some big ass move coming around the corner, likely before the end of the year. It just did another vol flash on the weekly. This is crazy. I barely ever see this, even in traditional markets. 4 weeklies. I've seen dailies a lot of times, 4 in a row. That's not as rare. It's uncommon. But 4 weeklies in a row is super crazy. That's a month of vol flashing right here with a $50 range, pretty much. That is pretty big. That's a pretty big freaking deal. I'm looking, like I said just a second ago, I'm looking for this thing to move big before the end of the year. And by big, I mean breaking this range. So pretty much seeing sub 1300 or over 2000. And right now I'm like slightly bullish still, but man, this bitch is right smack in the stupid middle of all this crap, making it pretty difficult, pretty hard read for just in general, just because the sideways is so long. And sideways price action will do that to you. It just is very draining on your psyche. At least trending, you're on the right side or wrong side of the trend pretty quick. But sideways, you can just be flip flopping all the time. Ping pong mode, man. It's not the easiest thing to decipher. But overall, we are just sitting atop of this business here, looking left, just barely, right? We're barely holding on to it. Any price action pretty much on the shorter term above 17.4 or 17.50 and probably about 15.50. That's like akin to 26 and 28 on Mama Bear. So 17.50-ish and 15.50-ish. As long as we're kind of between there, it's fairly neutral. We start getting even lower time frames like 458s out of that zone, I would be looking for some pretty substantial move. And like I said, the vol flash thing, man, there's going to be a large move out of this. And from that, and how structure's been sideways pretty much for a year now, actually over a year now, that adds to the sideways breakout mode of the vol flash, what it's indicating. So I'm pretty confident by the end of the year, we're going to bust one of these ranges. And of course, hopefully, everybody wants it to the upside, except for the haters. Oh, let's go to the monthly real quick, see what that looks like again. Yeah, right here showing this is actually a real clean, easy to read chart. 4 months, no. What are bulls supposed to do? Go up. They had 4 months to do it. They didn't do it. We got some follow through. Bears trying to take the reins, but now we're on just the opposite end, right on serious support in the mid upper 1500s. So, meh, whatever. I will say the 458. This is a decent reaction here. A little double doji, little excuse me, a little double bottom doji right on major support. I do like that, but really would like to see it get back up into the lower 16s, up in this all chop fest 3000 right here. All right, let's go to Charlie. What's Litecoin doing? Man, putting in major support at about 63 handle. Let's jump out to the weekly. Yeah, kind of funny getting worked back by the trend line, which it tried to break out of and looked really good for about 2-3 weeks and then looked pretty shitty. And now we're just below this. So kind of, everything's range bound, just like Bitcoin's 26 to 28 and Ethereum's 15 half to 17 half. Litecoin Charlie Lee's is 63 to 70, pretty much 3. So that's fun. Let's go look at the monthly. Just barely sitting right here. But it is stopped and stalled. Bulls are defending all of this range. And that's a good sign for the Bulls. Just no follow through just quite yet. I mean, could this go sideways longer? Yeah, probably. We do have a trend line coming up though here pretty much at the very beginning of October that should provide a little bit of pressure. Let's see. Ethereum Classic is just doing the same classic move here, lollygagging, pretty trash. We don't really care about this. I'm really mostly just watching Mama Bear right now. I'm not adding any exposure at this point, just kind of the stuff I've already accumulated, and I'm just sitting on it, just kind of waiting. If Bitcoin starts breaking down, I'll definitely get out of there, but I'll jump ship. But right now, it's just not, there's just no momentum anywhere. This probably doesn't get kicked off just like every other range is about 14 half and about 16. So cool, right? Fun stuff. Let's see. Yep, we're still holding 48. So you already know 48 cents is major support on the Ripple Me Nips. Garlic bread. Well, what's he doing here? We got a little trend line that I don't have drawn that I see. It's about like that. We have broken out of it, technically speaking. That's not very useful right now, so we're going to go ahead and delete that biatch. Really need to get back above about 54-ish, and this would start to look pretty damn sexy. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, we are getting a little bit of rallying today. Battling it out on the lower time frames for dominance, so that's a good sign. Maybe we'll get some resolution here fairly quick. Daily still needs some work, but hey, you can read and decipher all kinds of crazy stuff with oscillators and indicators and all that crap. But basically, price action is king. Just basic chart reading and above 48 cents. Ain't no problems with this yet. XLM just dribbly here. Not real bearish. You can see the bears are trying to get the momentum, but not they don't have it yet. That probably won't really kick in until it gets into the 10-cent handle, and we literally are sitting right atop that right now, getting squeezed like a mofo. Let's jump out to the weekly. How'd the weekly close? Yeah, a couple weeks ago, this candle's still pretty nasty. This engulfing one. So, man, again, just like everything else, range bound about upper 10-cent handle and 12 cents. So until we get out of that, it's kind of a nothing burger. Oh, I like this chart. Flagging out price acceptance at the top of the range. This looks pretty damn sexy for Tron. I think this is very bullish above 8.2. If we started losing this little structure right here, then I would start to get a little bit concerned on the shorter term. But man, this does look pretty good. Just not really, it's like sort of a flag-ish kind of pattern, but more price acceptance at the top of range. So usually when you keep knocking on the door like that, think of a water. Oh wait, hold on. Think of a water. Think of a rock skipping in the water, right? It does like 1, 2, 3, and then it breaks through, right? So just flip that upside down so it keeps knocking on the door, bing, 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 and usually it will eventually go through. Now, crypto does do a chart pattern that we don't see very often in other tradables. And if you've been around in crypto for a while, you will know it. The BART pattern, where we go up and we make a BART head and then we just go right back down. And that goes both ways too. So this could potentially be that. I guess we'll see. And that would engage for me below 8.2. But above that, this actually looks pretty damn good. And it has for a while too, to be fair. Showing some relative strength in the market. Man, so when Bitcoin turns around and Mama Bear to the full bullish extent, it's likely Tron will run very hard. All right, let's see here. Dot. Oh, look, it still looks like shit. What a surprise. Below 420, I can't really get into it. RSI is trying to do something here. DMI, though, not even anywhere. I mean, bears have had full dominance on this since the mid-August. Yeah, so whatever, man. But below 420, meh. ADA, oh, look, it looks shitty still. That's cool. Below 25 cents, whatever. One might ask, hey, can you buy this low? It looks like at a low in the low risk entry. Yeah, it is. Technically speaking, you would be correct, but that's taken a pretty high risk because there's no other signs that the market is flipped on this yet. Yeah, we have a little bit better structure on some of the, Mama Bear and Unicorn Man and stuff like that, but this one, meh. And these are just high risk in general, just being shit coins, y'all already know. But yeah, you could make that argument. For me, though, I would say I'm just waiting. But let's say you really did want to do it. I mean, yeah, there is a pretty good argument for no, not doing that. Hold on. Is swing low, which is only about 10% risk. You could definitely debate that for sure. Um, I think it's a low risk probability though when you just don't have any time frames like looking sexy at all. You got down slopes on everything. So, if you do take shots like this, don't bet the farm. Oh, look, Linky Poo just keeps running. Look at this. The Marines are not playing. The Link Marines are at the top third. So if you did take this range trade that we were speaking about actually on stream, you are doing very well. And I would take some profits on this if it was me, but I'm just some idiot on YouTube and trading views, so whatever. What the hell do I know? But if it was me, I would take this a little bit off the table. So in these instances for range, I usually like to buy in the bottom third-ish, sell when you get a little bit over half, like maybe 25, 50% of the position, and then kind of watch structure to take you out of that last part. And obviously, if it gets to the top of range, I bail on all of those on range trades. I get out of all that. A lot of people will hold on to these and then they lose all their gains and all their tendies. And then, their cooked tendies go cold and soggy, and nobody wants that. And so, trade the plan and plan your trade. Actually, it's the other way around. Plan your trade your plan. Blah, blah, blah. You already know what's up. That's very important. And that's about how I like to play ranges. EOS. Oh, look, garbage below 60 cents. Don't even care. BCH is trying to find some love here. If it closes up like this actually would be a pretty good candle. This would be very lovely, actually. And this actually looks like it's right on the 382 as well. Yeah, right around it. And if this engulfed all these, excuse me, if this engulfed all these, I'm trying to get ahead of my words here, the EMAs and this horizontal today, that would actually look pretty good. And I would look for an attempt to break 220. We get over 220 and we can hit and tap that upper, what is that? Not upper, sorry, about 230 flat. Man, that would start to look very good. And I would be looking for any moves pretty much from 230 to about 260 ish, and then have to reassess. And conversely, to the downside, all it really has to do is take out $200, easy peasy for Bitcoin Cash. Sideways is hell on this still. Bitcoin SV. This is the real Bitcoin. We all know that Satoshi Craig Wright is definitely 1000% guaranteed Satoshi. Y'all already know it. This chart shows it and proves it as it's down on the lows, so you know it's good. You know it's legit. All jokes aside, it still looks okay above about 29. And like everything, it's range still. So 29 and about 33-ish. XMR is trying to find some love. Is this a really sloppy ascending type triangle basing pattern? It definitely could be, but I would like to see a higher high put in on this, and that would be at around 150. Other than that, it's just really just chop fest 3000. Zcash is trash below. Z-trash, is that what we can call it? Below this trend line, really, and ultimately the 29 level, which has been the point of contention for a long time. So it's trying, I guess, but here we are at the trend line. We'll see what it happens. See what it happens. Is that good English? We'll see what happens on the this week. It looks like that should be most of this week because wow, yeah, what is? Oh yeah, crap! This is the last trading week of the month. Holy moly! So we should see what happens here by the end of the weekend. If it taps through it or just tappy taps, give it a little tap. Nothing too exciting though. Dash, same shit. Range 24.5, 27.5, whatever. Dogecoin is not looking very good. It is hanging on by a literal thread back into the 5 cent handle. Goes into, I don't want to say it's not black hole mode because it's not price discovery to the downside, but it's definitely not good. That opens the door to anywhere up into the upper fours. And let's zoom out a little bit. Let's see here. Whoops, not like that. Yeah, I mean, man, that it don't look good if that were to happen. We'll use the cheat code. The Oh, we can't even do anything with that. It doesn't even show us anything. Yeah, look, you can see volume profile as a node here. And then, wow, the next fat volume is a little bit here at 3, like lower threes, which makes sense with this little price action. And then below that, it's not nothing until like 1.5 pennies. Brutal, man. Absolutely brutal. Brutal. Well, Doge, hold on, man. Hold on to 6. Maybe Elon will announce tomorrow that X is putting it on Twitter stuff. Ruben, hey, thanks for the follow, man. Good to see you. He followed me twice, apparently. Um, Maybe he clicked the button. I guess it doesn't tell you if it unfollows. Does that mean you unfollow? I don't know. But thanks, Ruben. Welcome. Good to have you here. Monday, Wednesday, Friday shows. Put your tickers in the troll box whenever during the stream, and I'll go look at them at some point in the stream. So don't forget to do that. It's free. You don't have to donate nothing or whatever, like a lot of channels do. Anyway, thanks for the sub. Amoski, thanks for the sub. It looks like you subbed over the weekend. You did. And also Neiman, thank you. Nasir, thank you. Appreciate all that, guys. Let's see. Doge, yeah, again, above 6 cents or die. Okay, so would someone argue that this is a accumulation type pattern? Yes, you could. Hey, it's Casey Lewis. What's up, buddy? Yeah, you definitely could. You could say this is a little spring, possibly right here in a Wyckoff type pattern. So it's okay above like 44 cents, but like everything else, 44 to about 51 sideways. Bleh. True. What's True doing? True is not being true to its finance. It looked really, really good. Looks like Thursday got slappeth. But are we just retesting this cluster right here? It looks like the bulls are showing that kind of today. I mean, we still got 6 hours left. But if it does close like this, that is a nice little doji, little hammer doji. And we love hammer dojis. And you also have the 458 doji right on the 200. So yeah, this could be actually a really good re-entry for True Fi. Interesting. Anything back below this little tail though at about 3.2, not great. XRD also just sucking it, getting destroyed. It looked real good, like I wanted to break out last week on Friday's candle. It did a little bit and then immediately got rejected. But this, my friends, is a higher high on the structure. This is what we want to start seeing on charts if shit's going to get bullish. We're not seeing that on a lot of stuff. But we are on XRD. So, very noteworthy. If this thing can get stabilized above this little midpoint of the blue box at about 6 pennies, this very well could be setting up for very sexy price action. Very nice. Above 6 cents. V-Chain. I like this engulfing candle here. Bulls definitely need to defend 1.6. Again, like 1.6 flat. Anything back below 1.6 flat is going to look real nasty. Real nasty. Just getting worked by the 21 on the weekly, man. Just brutal. Brutal. Shorter term, though, yeah, above that 1.6 looks okay. Adam, trying to break out again, and it just can't freaking do it. This trend line is fairly useless. Let's get rid of that garbage. Bye-bye, trend line. Yeah. I'm going to need you to move your desk to the basement. This is pretty trash. Above 680, it's okay, I guess, in the short term. I just can't really get behind that one. Or Osmos, they just look so garbage. Below 34, they can suck it. ES, what's ES doing? Whoo! Nasty. Did not like the Fed's hawkish tone last week. Looks like look at this. We almost filled this gap. We actually got stalled by the bulls at the gap. Interesting spot for that to happen. I figured they would be able to stretch it a little bit more down to the bottom, but they didn't. We're finding a little bit of support right around the horizontal at about just shy of 4,400. Let's go to the 3 hour. Yeah, but still don't look very good. Whoa, that 3 hour, hold up. What is that? Why does it look like it's off of the charts, man? Oh, this isn't okay. I see. There it is. Wow, we hit 17 on the RSI. It's very low, very very low. Yeah, if it kind of hovers around here, maybe it does rally and get back up into this range, the 438. I'm sorry, 4380 and 4500. But I am very surprised. I will be super surprised if the price action just takes off from here and this gap doesn't fill. That would be kind of crazy. Kind of looking for that still to get filled, as we were mentioning last week. Oh, look, Nasdaq is actually holding a higher low here. Interesting, hovering right around that 15,000 level, which you already know is very important. And look where the 21 EMA is, right there as well on the weekly. Very interesting. Hammering it up. We get back comfy above 15K. You already know. That goes back into more bullish posturing. So just gonna have to watch this week, see what kind of reactions we get. Looks like we're getting the same on the Dow. If it needs clears back over 34.4, 34.3, and this magenta candle of death over here at about 34.5 is a little bit higher. Let's just say the 34, mid 34 thousands. We get above that, would actually look pretty standard for a little liquidation break. Yeah, I mean, we're just right on top of all this price action that it did for, 6, 7 months. Yeah, this is totally healthy up retest. What would start to look nasty is if we start building below these swing lows at about 34 flat. So just be on the lookout for that. Russell's trying to bounce here too off of the previous structure. It looks fairly decent. Did this get a little bit crazy? I mean, everybody knows the Fed's been saying that they're going to keep the rates higher. So they said it again this week. I guess this week it mattered. All the other weeks, oh, they're bullshit and they ain't going to do it. That's why that shit doesn't even matter, dude. Like charts usually build that news, and this goes in the vein of also like what you call it, earnings. You just never know how the market's going to react. You know what's funny though? Let me just show y'all something real quick. Show me the charts and I'll tell you the news. Look at this. Engulfing. We were talking about last or I guess that was 2 weeks ago. How nasty that candle was taken out. You never want to see one engulf like at least a week, like 5, 6 candles before it. And then what do we talk about? If you open and close below 4,500 on the daily, it's nasty, which it literally did and just kept selling off. I mean, even on the 3 hour, we had one here, open and close below 45. Weak attempt, went right back underneath it right before the meeting. Boom, sell off. What? What? That's crazy. That never happens. You have to listen to Daddy Fed. Oh, he's got some charts to look at. What is that? Dollar General? I don't know. TNDM or triple N's. Okay, nice. Let me finish GJT. Let me finish the trannies, and then we'll go over to that one. All right, so they are doing pretty good here, defending themselves right off the top of the box, the sideways consolidation box. This very well could just be liquidation break on the structure. Let's see what this week brings, and if the monthly can bring some decent price action too, and just kind of go sideways and maybe even get a little bit of rally from here. So this is the first touch of it, and this is kind of in the vein of all the majors. So we're just going to have to see how this gets digested. One candle doesn't make a trend change, so we need some time right now. All right, let's go to your Dollar Gen, your DGen. Wow, Dollar Gen's actually selling off. This thing, oh, holy shit, dude. What the? Well, you can see it went to my horizontal here at 264. That is nasty. Why did I draw that? Oh, that's some fib extensions, it looks like. Oh, look, fib extensions for the win. The next one was all the way up here at 350-ish, but we couldn't even get past that. Fib extension on a magenta candle. That's nasty. That's usually topping kind of action if you ever see that when I'm pulling charts up. And yeah, this is a proprietary candle thing, but hey, if you ask me to pull it up on the stream, then you can see it for yourself, so there you go. Let's see, let's zoom into the daily. I'm assuming you're short this daily. Short entry at 106, stop at 14.95. Okay, so you just got in it. Let's see here. It does have a dividend coming up in early first week of October. You're looking for 85 Dara. Let's see here. Where is 85? 85 is I think 85 is pretty decent. It might be a little aggressive just because you're below all this cluster right here. So I do think it's a little bit of aggressive of a target. And especially you're doing a stop at 114. Let's go look at that on the upside. 114. I like that. I do like that as a stop. You're right around this cluster and this magenta candle and right before it took off really crazily for Corona time. But that's good. I think the target on the downside though is a little bit further than I would be comfortable with. I would be targeting kind of the middle of this range here and this little local top at about low 90s. But to each his own. That's just kind of my 2 cents. And this bitch is getting pretty nasty, man. Wow. Wow. Wow, look at here's the H pattern, double H patterns. H to the extension to the measured move, H again, and it looks like we're already at the measured move of that. Wow, what is going on with Dollar General? I thought these places make hand over fist money, man. This is very surprising chart to me. Like uber surprising. And that's barely shit balls, man. One of the worst performing stocks of the year, down almost 60%. Very shocking. All right, let's go to TNDM. What the hell is this? Tandem Diabetes Care. Okay. Well, we know America and their love for sugar and obesity is there's plenty of these cases. I saw some sign that said it was like 1 in 3 people have that shit now. That's crazy, dude. It doesn't surprise me though. If you look on the packaged foods and you look on the back, oh god, I'm not going to try to rant here for very long, but you look on packaged foods, I mean, how much sugar do they put in shit? I mean, most people probably have not made bread before from scratch, but I was looking at bread and that whole aisle is garbage. I have to go to like a local bakery because they put as much sugar as you need for the whole loaf in every slice. One slice has as much sugar as you need for the entire loaf. Think about that. That's crazy. Even like the fancy healthy breads like Dave's bread and all this other shit, they all put mega sugar in there. Gross, dude. We don't need that crap. Anyway, I'm done with that before I keep going. Let me stop myself there. Let's see here. I'm assuming you're short this. Man, you got a lot of short stuff lately, Mr. Lewis. Entry at 2050. Stop at 23. Target of 14. Dang. Okay, let's see. I like the stop. Yeah, because that's about the bottom of structure here. So I approve. Stop approved. Let's go to the weekly because I need to be able to see a little bit more better. I'll pull a fib here real quick. Oh, look, here's the magenta candle of death. Oh, look at that. Nasty. Nasty. Those things don't play around, dude. You notice if y'all watch the stream a lot, you don't see a lot of magenta candles. But when you do, you best take note. Or forever hold your peace or something. Or your bag, maybe in this case, if you were long up there. All right, so we're below that, and you're targeting, what was it again? 14? No, I actually like that. I like this setup better than the other one. It's not even, it's like in the middle of the 618 and the 382, so that's a good target too. It does have earnings coming up on the first. Oh, so that's a little ways away. So you got a little over a month. So depending how long you're holding this, that would definitely be noteworthy to maybe not hold that. Because if they get any kind of love in there, that bitch could rally real hard right up to the trend line. So for me, I would try to get this trade in before earnings is what I would look for as my time stop on that. And then other than that, though, yeah, that's a pretty good one. It probably has a little support right here at around 19-ish. But yeah, below 19, I think you should be able to get your target fairly quickly on that. All right, triple N's. That's a triple net. Triple net, bastards. Is it a REIT too? Oh, it is. How funny. Just know that from commercial leases and stuff that I've done before, where they pass through everything. These commercial boys, man, they buy commercial property and then they're like, okay, you pay for everything now. Thank you. And even improvements, if you want those. A lot of those guys don't even help you pay for improvements. Like you're lucky if your landlord gives you improvement allowance, which should be pretty standard, but whatever. I will stop myself again before I digress too much. Man, you're all short today, Casey Lewis. I don't know if I've ever seen that. That might be the first. I think that is the first time ever that you've given me all shorts. I'm flagging all your messages now. Reported too bearish. Get this guy out of here. We only are bullish mode only, dude. Okay, Moon Boys only. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, I hate channels like that. It's ebb and flow, man. You can't just go up forever or down, both ways. All right, daily short at 36, stop loss at 37.64. Let's see, 36. Dang, you're already in the money by 6 cents. Let's go. 36.54 is about the top of this candle, just shy of yesterday's candle. Not bad. Let me look at it a little bit more better. Yeah, 36. Okay, just shy of 30. I think 38 is a real good contention zone. If price starts getting back above 38, I would look for this to probably come back up here into this cluster. So you're pretty much there at 37.64. That's pretty fair. And then your targets trace 33. Oh man, you're the high degree Mason target there. Let's see. We are. Hey, I like that. That's a good setup, man. Not too shabby. I'd say that this one is probably my favorite one because it's not as aggressive as Triple N is. Man, that Triple N one, though, has me a little bit concerned about real estate. Is real estate? I'm sorry, which I am concerned about, not the real estate. This other one, the TNDM. I'm really concerned about diabetes people. No, I'm just kidding. TNDM. Well, I mean, I guess I'm kind of concerned, but just eat less sugar, guys. Yeah, I actually really like your triple net one. That's very nice, but also a little concerning for freaking commercial real estate. Look at this. This is like a rounded top from hell, dude. Whew, shit. This thing loses like $33. It's gonna get nasty, bro. What does IYR look like? Hold up, we got to jump over to this. Holy shit, IYR. This is like the big ETF, like a sector ETF, pretty much. Wow, 3.5% last week on Thursday, dude. I guess that the rates high and them saying they must have said something in the conference that they're like, bitch, we keeping this shit high for years because that's going to have to totally rework the entire lending market, housing, all kinds of stuff. I mean, if it stays high like that, which I think it should. Being close to zero distorts the economy worse. You know, we just got free money hopium for a long time, and everyone's kind of like on that drug sort of right now. But I mean, rates do need to be closer to like where we are now, 5%, to keep the riffraff out. You know what I'm saying? But for housing, I mean, it looks like it looks like this bitch is about to reset. So hey, that's good for your triple N position. Yeah, below like 79, this starts to get nasty. I had not noticed that real estate dumped this hard. And look at this weekly too, y'all. This weekly literally engulfed the previous all the way back to March of this year. Little bit of a cluster support at 78-ish, but woo, that's pretty brutal, man. Interesting. Well, I'm glad you brought up that real estate ticker there, Casey Lewis, because kind of just saw how maybe dangerous real estate position is now. Let's actually go to the housing list that I've got somewhere over here. I got to look for my little house. Nope, that's the hotel list. We got to go over here to the housing list. There it is. There it is. All right, let's go to Redfin. What is it doing? Oh, looks like shit. Zillow probably looks like shit. Yep. KB Homes, look at this nasty, nasty head and shoulders pattern, which actually fully engaged last week. Holy moly. Bearish is F below 47.60s. Just had earnings too. Didn't save them. Oh man, this is brutal, dude. This is brutal. Damn, another one. Look at all these magenta holy crap, dude. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs for real estate. This does not look good. I haven't looked at real estate stocks in a while, but holy shit, dude. Man, this one's probably going to get destroyed. Nasty, nasty, nasty price action, dude. Interesting. Bearish is F below 6,100. Wow, this went to 6,000? Get the shit out of here. What? They must have split like this or something. I remember when it was like way cheaper, like definitely under like 500 or 100 even. It was under 100 at some point. Oh my god. Okay. Well, all right, little support right here at 58, just barely, but below that, watch out. Wow, dude, real estate looks really shitty. All right, let's see. Oil pumping today, it looks like. Did we? Oh, I didn't even finish the thing. I got distracted by Casey Lewis's tickers, which I do appreciate. Thank you. You always got some good stuff to throw in there. All right, we've left off with the trannies. Let's get back on track here. Dax. We were talking about how this is kind of bearish a little bit because we're not even able to get sustainably above 16,000. And now we're opening and closing below the 200, below structure. This is going to be pretty heavy below 15.7. Not great. Kind of nasty on here below 3150, but little range though, 3032 on China. VIX obviously spiking up. Will it stall here at the 200? Possibly. VVIX is still not over 100 either. We're kind of just chilling here. Nothing too crazy with that. Just clusters. It's filling out its base here. Oil is actually selling off today with the ETFs going up, so that's kind of different. We noticed that actually back over here last week that oh, excuse me, that the ETFs are kind of selling off, and now we're stalling. So not surprisingly, because 93 is really good resistance, 93 to 95, that whole area. So we're kind of we were looking for sideways price action after kind of going up very aggressively, breaking out finally. So still nothing wrong with this chart above about 87 bucks. No issues there. Let's go to the monthly real quick. Oh my God. Look at this hammer candle from freaking Thor, dude. Jesus Christ. I have to actually go back to linear to look at this. That's how big that move is. It's like usually log you can see better, but the move's so big that I have to put it in linear to even see my chart. Anyway, very sexy monthly chart, pretty much closing anywhere above mid 80s. So looking pretty damn good. All right, let's go back to log. Let's go back to nat gas. Nat gas ain't doing shit. Super sideways. It is incrementally making higher lows still. Anything below this 250 level, though, watch out. It is getting squeezed. Here's the 200 met up. Pretty much literally by the first week of October, we get a wall. So what we gonna do? Oh, snap. Shocker. Bonds selling off. Wow, 163. Big move, y'all. Below this, 117. You already know what's up. Been eyeballing that level for a while. Looks nasty. Rates high for longer and potentially more hikes. Bring it on, man. Let's do it. Let's get all this froth crap out of here from zero forever. Like, so lame. Wow, nasty. Nasty. Woo! Nasty. Nasty price action. Dollar should break out here. Yep, it is. Look at that. Over 105.50. This bitch is about to rip face, dude. Oh my God. Oh, this is going to put pressure, hardcore pressure on markets and tech specifically. Holy crap, dude. This is very interesting. Put your seatbelts on, y'all. This also will affect crypto too a lot. If we keep getting powerful dollar and rates staying up too high for too long, or I shouldn't say too high. I should say high for too long. That could bode bad for crypto. Bulls could bode well for the bears though. But yeah, above 105 half looks very sexy. Euro obviously is going to be tanking off of that news. Yep. Gold obviously going to be selling off. Silver is going to be selling off on all these big moves. Silver is just gold, my bad. It just keeps filling this little symmetrical triangle out. And look at this. We are even closer now from last week on the EMAs. So 1900 handle is pretty much the line in the sand. And by that, I mean, 19 flat or get over 2000. Stop being a bitch, gold. What are you doing? Let's see. Silver, oof, selling off a little bit today. Sideways is F. To be fair, silver is making some higher lows, but look where we just are getting rejected, though, getting back above the trend line and all of the EMAs. This could be pretty nasty if we lose 2280 again. This could start to look very heavy if that were to happen. Yeah, the weekly is still okay. Yeah, it's a tough one. That's a tough one on silver. Platinum getting rejected from that 950. You already know how important that is. Look, rallied right to it, sold off immediately. Palladium's probably just dump fest 3000. It's trying to hold on, actually, better than the other one. So not quite dump fest. As long as it's in this box, it's just range mode. Ping pong trading mode. GDX. Whew. Nasty. Gross. Yeah, that strong dollar, man, ain't going to play. All right, let's go to our minor index. Let's see. We are finding a little bit of luck. Oh, we're getting vol flashes now all up over our minor index. Look at that, y'all. And this is crypto mining index, not gold mining index. I should have brought this up earlier, but interesting, man. Interesting. A lot of support here around the 360s. Starts to get nasty below like 350-ish, 340-ish. But man, big move. So this is coinciding with the Ethereum weekly, and this is like two doubles right here. Double flashes and then took a little break and then double flashed again. Very interesting there. Just barely holding on. Man, look at cores bouncing off 69 again. That level, dude. 69, baby. It's that powerful level to get the bull boners back going. But look at this. Another vol flash on crypto stuff. Is that over here too? Nope. Riot's selling off. Riots actually don't look that good. Green's trying to rally. MicroStrategy also with the vol flashes. Woo! Man, y'all, this fourth quarter is going to be a doozy for crypto. Y'all get ready, okay? That's all I have to say. Get ready. Because it's probably going to happen real quick and real fast like. All right, I think that's it. I don't see any other tickers. I need to get back into the shop and start doing some things outside. Oh, we got weed stocks taken back off. Okay, well, this is what we kind of want to see if they are flipping. We were talking about this last week, coming down to test these ranges and if bulls could get their shit going after doing some little retests. Oh, they are. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. Ooh, I like that. Very nice. Let's just pull up the ETF because that'll just be easier. Yeah, this actually could look really good. Wow, look at this. We're finding support above the 200. That has not happened literally since way over here back in 2020, y'all. Think about that for a minute. And we were talking about this for a long time, that this is flipping. This is potential flipping, the flippening, if we will, since the Health and Human Services said deschedule Mary Jane. Now the Fed's going to have to come out and say something. And, since it's election year coming up, it would not surprise me if Biden all of a sudden was like, oh, yeah, we love marijuana now. Yeah, it's great. It's so cool. So, but very nice price action, though. Love it. I love this. I do want to re-enter here, but I'm going to kind of be patient this week. I kind of want to see how the month finishes out. September and October generally aren't super great months for the market. So I just kind of, I'm in no rush. There's opportunity is infinite. Capital is finite. Never forget that. You can always come back and trade, man. Every time. What's going on, Zell 1969? Oh, yeah. Welcome to the chat. Alrighty, then. I think that's it. Water stonks, you already know. I've been kind of eyeballing those for some longer term trades. But again, just being very patient right now. I'm being very, very patient. Want to see kind of how the start of the fourth quarter goes. Because you can see this is like, ew, watch out. Ew. This one's actually breaking below the 55 EMA. That barely ever happens. Like right here, a little bit of clustering here. It did for like 1 month down here. But you can see it literally just clusters down there. If I start seeing that pattern on this throughout the rest of the year, and we kind of just hold between like 47 and like 53-ish and kind of just ping pong, Oh, that would be super sexy. Obviously, we're going to need a lot more time, though, for that. All right, guys, I'm out of here. So let's do the wrap up real fast. Just want to look at one thing. HYZ, yep, selling off. I want to look at Mooney bonds. Oh, God, dude. Oh, my gosh. Oh, don't look at your retirement accounts right now. Don't do it, because if you don't manage those yourself, all they do is put you in funds that take more fees than you should pay that just go buy ES or Spider, the SPY or some bullshit you could do for 50 cents now. But yeah, whatever. People don't want to think about it. I actually think it's most people just don't want to take the responsibility of losing money so they can be like, well, all I did was that guy. He did it. It was my financial advisor. It was his fault. So it's easier to shift your scapegoat your blame. But anyway, before I rant about that too much, you don't look at your retirement portfolio because most people hold a lot of Mooney bonds. A lot of pension funds hold lots of Mooney bonds. Schools, retirement places hold lots of Mooney bonds. Man, this sucks. I do remember last time, though, because this was so violent. I remember even my sister, who never asked me about finance stuff ever, and my dad, they're like, the Fed's going to save us, right? Because even both, like, they even saw it. But I guess this was like the slow bleed for the most part. So you like lost all of it in like a shorter time, and now it's just been like this slow bleed. So you're like, well, it'll come back. The daddy will come back and save us. Well, not right now. He ain't. Big gap right here at 100 to 103. Is that where we're going to? Probably. And anything below, man, 100. Holy shit, man. I don't know. That would really suck to see like pension funds start going under and stuff like that. Whew, man. That's why I'm being real patient too and not getting overly long in the markets right now. All right, wrap this biatch up. Great show. Hey, appreciate that. Since all that puts a smile on my face. I really appreciate that. Again, tickers in the troll box. Put them in there. I'll be happy to go check out some symbols for you. All right, wrap up. It's the wrap up time. And we do this too, since you're new here. I haven't seen your name before. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We do a little end of the day wrap up. So it's like, I know some people don't want to watch, an hour or whatever. That's usually about the target time we do for the show. I know a lot of people don't want to watch that, but the whole hour. But, whatever. You can always just fast forward to the end or right in the beginning too, is when we start the list. So you can kind of figure where we're going to be at. It's probably like 5 minutes or so on each one, roughly, and unless I rant too long, which never happens. It never, ever happens. All right, Mama Bear, you already know what's up. 26, 28. Until we're out of that, whatever. The most notable thing is that we finished another official vol flash, and this is a free indicator. So everything I use is free indicators except for my custom candle thing that I have, but other than that, everything else is free. So you don't need custom crazy shit. Just learn how to read some candles and basic TA, and that will take you a really long way, man. Anyway, weekly, we're getting big moves. This is confirming kind of my hunch that this fourth quarter was going to be a doozy. And now we literally have a month solid of vol flashes being next to zero, right on the 200 moving average, right in the middle of all this price for the last year. This is big time confirming that. And it doesn't mean it's bullish either, by the way. I don't want to be misunderstood on that. It's pretty much what I'm thinking, which I've said a few times now, is we're going to break 1,300 or 2K with some strength out of this consolidation. So get ready. Buckle your seatbelts, boy. KO. Uh-oh, we know that one. Coke is still going down. That's the one you did, I think, last week, right, Casey? Woo, doggy, nice. So you in the money. It wasn't your target like fit around here somewhere? I feel like it was. I'm trying to remember. Well, if it's not, this is a very good support zone right atop all this business. There's going to be a lot of support around the mid 50s, like 55, give or take a couple bucks. There's going to be a lot of support there, but pretty nasty selling there for show, though. Earnings coming up. That's not till way later, though. When is that? Oh, that's late October, so you don't got to worry about that. A little bit of a gap right here, too, at 50, upper 55s. And over here, too, which already got filled, obviously. But looks like it does fine. Yeah, that mid 55s, man, usually gets snap reactions. Now, one thing that is interesting longer term about this is you can see up here, whoops, you can see up here we're making lower highs every time that we do snap off the 50 handle. So that is a little bit telling that bears have a little bit more control in the long term here, and they will get real engaged below like 55 on this guy, below this little cluster. Hyaw. So yeah, just some food for thought there. Nice trades. All right, guys. Much love. I hope y'all have an awesome week, start of your week, and a happy Friday, Monday, not Friday. Whoop, drip, drip. We got to go backwards there. Sorry. A happy Monday and also a happy Friday, too. Whatever. What is this, actually, on a side note? Sorry, my ADD's kicking in. Why does it say the in parentheses on the Coca Cola company? Like, it's the Coca Cola company? Like, what is that crap? What the hell? Okay, whatever. The Coca-Cola company. All right. Anyway, watch out. Get prepared for this quarter because it should be a doozy. We should be able to make some good monies this quarter. And don't forget, man, also on that note, you don't have to be in a position all the time. Sitting on your hands and being in cash is a position. Sometimes it's really good to have the firepower and wait for the real good low low risk setups that have good payouts and to just keep waiting for those instead of like a lot of people just always want to trade and be engaged. I was like that for many, many years. I've been doing this for over 10 years, but many years I was like doing that, just trying to always buy shit. And it usually does not work in your favor because you overlook some things and get emotional or whatever. But anyway, cash is a position. Don't forget that. Hey, thank you, Casey Lewis. Thank you so much. I will see you on Wednesday, most likely. And with that, happy Monday. Have an awesome week. This has been No Noise. I am Z Rex. Peace.